And welcome back to Mining with Virii with the new audio. What do you guys think? This is the new microphone. It's all set up. It's been using it for a little bit now. But anyways, so today's subject is going to be a little. It's probably going to be sensitive for a lot of people. And the reason that is the topic is going to be specifically bullying. Now there may be more than one episode in regards to bullying because there's a lot of different instances of how bullying affects people. So to be able to say, oh yeah, it's this one all at once, yeah, that doesn't work that way. So instead, I'm going to break it up possibly into a couple different episodes, maybe, and it may not even be back to back. The reason this one came up, and it was recommended by MC Granny as well, or Linda Kujawa. But more importantly, the reason this one triggered more is because there was an incident in the high school here this last week with the dance club that Demi dances with, where one of the dancers, one of the seniors, beat up a 15-year-old boy. Now, the reason, excuse me, my nose. The reason I'm bringing this one up is because I am not I don't believe it was bullying. Now, I'm not saying bullying doesn't exist, guys. Don't put words in my mouth. What he did was, and according to the story, was that, you know, this kid was apparently messing or playing with somebody's girlfriend. They're like, you know, flirting, teasing, or whatever, hitting. I'm not exactly sure of the story on that side of it, but it had to do with his girlfriend. And he told him to stop, and the kid apparently said, you know, no, and it was thing. I believe what I'm getting at more importantly is there is a difference between bullying and people, you know, just being, you know, aggressive or picking a fight. Yes, bullying exists. So I'm not saying bullying. I'm gonna break my axe. I'm not saying bullying doesn't exist. Wow, it's a really sensitive turnaround. But I wanted to point out there is a difference, though, between somebody just wanting to go beat up somebody and, quote, bullying. Bullies are very unique type people by the sense of they have goals, and, you know, let's be honest, bullies are not known for their fortitude. Bullies look for easy targets, and that's their prey. I mean, it's unfortunate that it even exists, but it does. Now, where I see the problem is, and it's unfortunate when I say it this way because you guys are gonna be like, "What? That's bullying is part of life to an extent." Now, I'm not saying, you know, some of the degrees. I mean, there are some kids that go way over the top nowadays. Why is that? Because, you know, honestly, I believe it's because we've desensitized our kids. You know, we can't. Oh my God, they can't see. You know, oh my God, somebody punched somebody on TV, or there's a video game that caused it. We have overly desensitized our children. So what we experienced as bullying when we were a kid was normal. I mean, that wasn't anything special. These kids that go about and, you know, basically go about trying to ruin another person's life, that's not bullying. That's way past that. I mean, that's you know, by legal terms in the adult world, it's called defamation of character. You basically make that person's life, you know, completely, you know, unlivable concept. And so, but I believe it's gotten to that level because we have desensitized our kids. We've said all these type things like, you can't talk to my kid about this because he's sensitive. You can't show violence. Violence doesn't exist. It's all because you guys watch cartoons. No, it's not. People are inherent. I mean, the adults deal with bullying all day. When I was a kid, and I will recognize, and I have already said, that there is a difference between what bullying is nowadays and what bullying was when I was a kid. They don't get me wrong; those same bullies exist. It's just those aren't the ones you hear about. You hear about the kids that go above and beyond. Girls are mean. Let me tell you. Oh my God, you ladies are some of the meanest bullies I have ever known. Guys are too lazy to be that kind of bullying. You guys use social media, and I'm not implying that everybody, you know, that's watching this video is a bully. But here's the thing. everybody is a bully. Everyone bullies to one way or another. They utilize, I mean, if they utilize either A, intimidation, B, who they know, what they can do in some way, shape, or form, and it's usually harmless, but that's because it's influence. It's bullying is the predecessor to influence. Not necessarily, all forms of influence, but a good portion of them. And that's a skill and something people need to be taught to deal with. See, in my day, yes, bullying was, it wasn't okay to bully, but, you had to deal with it. It wasn't something that, oh, well, little Billy's a bully, so he's going to jail so that, Johnny doesn't have to put up with it. See, that's not how it worked. Bullying wasn't a crime. You had to actually, mentally be able to steel yourself against bullying. Because as you got older in the workplace, there's bullies everywhere. I mean, bullies exist everywhere. There's people that say governments are bullies, cops are bullies, people who have money are bullies. I mean, there's a lot of terms, but a lot of people don't realize, and in my age group especially, that the bullying is not what I'm talking about is my bullying from my age. And when, because that was something you had to adapt to. You had to get over it. Move on. You had to be stronger than what this stuff that's going on nowadays, the cyberbullying and, it's bad. I mean, it's actually, I would put it on the terms of criminal just because of how it works. Now, I'm not saying all bullying, because one of the biggest problems I've noticed is people claim cyberbullying or bullying on everything. Like every possible thing that, oh my God, he's being bullied. Oh my God, he's being bullied. No, bullying is it is there, but not everything is bullying. If I, nowadays if you call somebody, oh, that person looks funny, you're bullying them. That person isn't as smart as me, you're bullying them. I mean, nowadays it's so broad what bullying is that people are getting called on this stuff, and it's not bullying at that point. Now, there's a lot of bullying going on, guys. My God, oh my God, it's raining. Why is it raining, guys? Honestly, if your chances are, if you know what bullying is, you either A, are being bullied, or B, you are a bully, or C, you're both. And the reason I say that is it's hard to describe to people that don't know what bullying is what a bully is, because they're going to be like, wait, I don't understand. Why would that happen? Bullying is unique to each person, and dealing with it can be very difficult. It's not, in no way, shape, or form am I saying it's easy. Oh crap, there's already zombies. Good lord. You guys are fast. Crap, where'd you go? It's not easy. And if you are being bullied, I mean legitimately, feel like you're being bullied, you need to talk to somebody. Don't just hold it in. Don't just sit there and say, oh, he'll stop. Because bullies don't stop. God, there's a lot of witches. What the heck? They don't stop. They look for easy prey. And once they find the easy prey, then of course they're just going to sit there and, take advantage of that situation. And I'm not by any means writing them, saying it's a good idea, hey, yeah. But that is how things work. So if you are being bullied, you need to talk to somebody. Now, I don't mean you need to run to the cops and be like, oh my God, I'm being bullied. If it's, oh crap. Skeleton. Not a skeleton. I don't even know what I'm fighting anymore. Okay, you're in the bush. Okay. Let's break this. But yeah, if you feel that you're being bullied, don't just sit by and feel that you have to take it. You don't have to take it. But there's different ways to fight bullying, though. Also, guys, that's the big thing is that it's not always, oh, Tommy's being bullied, so now we need to take down the whole school because the school is at fault. No, the school is not at fault. Teachers can only do so much. Honestly, parents are at fault. Parents are always at fault, Right, guys? I just blame parents. You guys like that? I love that. But it's true. Parents are always at fault when it comes to bullying. Those kids don't learn it from, Now, here's the thing. I want to say that. Let me rephrase. I was about to say kids don't learn it from school, but that's not true because, yes, they do. But when they do learn it from school, chances are they learned it from some kid who is actually one of the problems. Bullying is inherited by the parent. Misinterpreted by the child, but inherited by the parent. There is no nice way to say it that it's the parent's fault, but it is. And, I hate would say that, but it's true. And, let's just put that there. And when I say that, is parents think that their kids, they don't have to raise their kids anymore. And so they just leave them off to, parents are bullies. We are. But, and it's unfortunate. Oh, crap. But, we are bullies. But, we have to be, though. And I know that's a weird statement. Why would anybody have to be a bully? Well, a bully is anybody who uses its influence to get you to do things you don't want to do. Hey, it's funny how parents ground you or threaten things. That's another form of bullying, but it's accepted because we're parents, and that's what I meant by bullying is part of life. There are things in life that occur because they have to. And with that being said, that's why the parent abuse and CPA, all these things came into abound because honestly, everybody got in the kick of bullying and some of that, and well, I'm getting way off topic now. I really think I just lost track of my own thought process. I'm so bad. But as I was saying before that, bullying is a serious issue, guys. And if you feel that you're being bullied, talk to somebody. You need to talk to somebody. Friends, family. I know some people don't feel comfortable talking to family, so I accept that because look, I'm no different. When I was, I went through school. I did it too, guys. When I went through school, you didn't have a choice of dealing with it. It was you dealt with it. You had to deal with it. Otherwise, you were a whiny person, or you complained all the time. Oh, you had to go whine to, mommy and daddy, that kind of stuff. Look, I was bullied. I was a bully. I lived both of those worlds at one point. Now, the weird thing is I wasn't the bully who, beat up people or threatened them. I was the bully that was manipulative and made kids do what I wanted them to do, but they did it not out of fear. They did it because they didn't, or they wanted to impress me and stuff like that. It was more a manipulation game, but it's no different from bullying. And and as a kid, I'm not proud of it. It was how we dealt with being kids, and I like to think that I didn't permanently harm anybody, but I don't know that. It could have I could have said the wrong thing or did the wrong thing and upset somebody. Because you never know as a bully, you don't know what effect you're going to have on somebody. You just do it because typically you don't really care. And that's true. It's true. I was one of those kids. But I was also bullied. I mean, I moved around a lot. My dad was in the Coast Guard, so we moved coast to coast a lot. And so I didn't make many friends, which, moving sucks. It does, guys. It does. It really does. And so, I moved around a lot. And, it hurt. Kids would pick on me, no friends no friends to speak of. Because friends are great. Especially if you are in a place where you're being bullied, because they're the ones that will stand by you and help you out. If you don't feel comfortable talking to your parents, talk to your friends. I'm not saying that those friends are your suitable sub. If you guys know what that means, a filler for your family. But it definitely helps having somebody there that you can talk to, and do it. When I talk to I talk to more teachers and stuff like that because I related more to the teachers, and because I was a smart kid when I was younger. I don't know what happened to me. I got older and my brain stopped working. But I did a lot of that stuff. I talked to teachers. I talked to family. I had a sister that was 5 years old, or I have a sister that's 5 years older than me, so I talked to her. And over time, I met friends, and usually when you move around a lot, you meet good friends. Kids that you're gonna. When you make a friend at that point, you're making a real a friend for life kind of thing. And so I don't know what this would look like. Meh. Where I was saying. See, this is what happens when you're old and you forget. uh, but make sure you talk to somebody. It's most important to always talk. Don't let it just fester inside of you, because that's how kids get hurt, like badly. That's how kids begin to feel like they're losing their mind. Oh, that's not a thing I can mind. Talk to people. It doesn't matter who, and if this person is, there are degrees of bullying. If this kid is just straight up going ham, going just all out, then yes, take it to the school, take it to the officials, this because he needs to be corrected. And I'm not trying to defend him that oh, it's not his fault, it's his upbringing, because let's be honest, upbringing is a good part of life. But wow, it's a really long. I need to get a mine cart. That's what we need, is a mine cart. Anyway, forgot what I was saying. I always lose what I'm saying, guys. The point of the matter is, bullying is a serious issue. Make sure, though, if you're going to accuse somebody of bullying, make sure it's bullying and not just somebody being, bitter. Because I've even had people. I mean, and I know it's none of the people watching here, because that would be bad. But I've been involved in circumstances where I had to get involved as a parent because somebody accused another person of bullying, and I was right there and saw the whole thing. They accused him of bullying because they know, schools and all that stuff have zero tolerance for that stuff, and they accused the kid of doing something that was not bullying in any way, shape, or form. Does that mean? Excuse me. Does that mean he didn't do something wrong? No, kid did something wrong. He was picking on a kid to an extent of, basically they were fighting over the same toy. Long story short, but it doesn't make him a bully just because he fought, over a kid over a toy. Of course, if he, was doing it to everyone, all this type of stuff. Make sure you guys recognize what bullying is before you accuse somebody, because accusations like that hurt, and they can hurt somebody for a long time if you're not careful, because people are just going to be like, oh, he's a bully, so they immediately will look down upon him, which accusing somebody of bullying and them not being a bully is kind of bullying. I know bullying just keeps bouncing around, doesn't it? But as I said, guys, make sure if you feel that you're bullying, don't feel powerless. You have the power. You have the power to open your mouth and talk about it. That power right there addresses everything. A bully doesn't want something that's going to cause him problems. They want the simplest fact out there. They want a simple and easy target. You don't have to be that target. Nobody does. If there were never any targets, of course, nobody'd ever be bullied, right? That would be a beautiful world, wouldn't it? Never having to worry about bullying. Wow, that's a really long tunnel. What elevation am I at? We are at 43. Holy crap. We're going to make an elevator shaft. But anyway, that's what I want to talk about today, guys, and I will probably readdress bullying on different aspects. I just particularly picked this one because, it's always raining. Because the cats had some direct dealings with it, so I was like, okay, you know what, it's a good subject. People, bullying should be a good one, and Linda suggested it, so I do like to use your guys' topics, and by that way, I could use some more topics, guys. So if you have anything you'd like me to discuss or talk about, don't worry, I'll find something to talk about. Just let me know, guys. And you know what? I'd like to thank you all for watching. And if you made it to this point, I really appreciate it because I made you watch the whole video and you actually listen to me rant for that long. Oh, you guys are amazing. So, anyways, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.